Greetings, Mike Nelson here. I've been reading from a different book of mine the last couple of times. So I'm going to read from something that I'm working on right now. This is called From Deathbed Confessions. I struggled to the surface in a sweat-soaked frenzy, fighting my way up through tangled bed sheets. My small studio apartment was dark, darker more than usual, and my sleep-clouded eyes couldn't seem to adjust. Sitting up, I swung my legs onto the floor and tried to piece together the shreds of why I'd woken in such a state of confusion in a room where I could barely see my hand in front of my face. Reaching out, I pulled the chain on the bedside lamp. The light did not come on. The power was out. That explained the darkness. The whole block must have been out because there was no ambient light, no light pouring in through the windows from below, no street lights. It was late enough so that no headlights passed in the street below. Silent, dark world of after-midnight dread. A blinding flash of lightning suddenly lit the two windows at the end of the room. The flash so intensely bright that it seemed to be right outside, only feet away. Reflexively, I threw my hands over my ears and dropped back down onto the damp pillow, waiting for the thunder. But even before it arrived, another flash, also impossibly bright, lit the room in stark silhouettes of black and white. Then the thunder arrived, and I cringed, trying to make myself as small as possible. Pushing myself across the bed, I braced my back against the wall and clutched the pillow to my chest. Unbidden, tears filled my eyes, and beyond reason, I sobbed as the thunder rattled the loose glass panes of the old windows. It was an instantaneous transition. The flashes, the great pounding thunder, the flashes of lightning lighting a different landscape behind my closed eyes. I couldn't help it. I felt the world tilt away from me and I slid. I slid down and into the abyss of my secret hell. My eternal shame in the scenery lit in photographic snapshots of black and white. Razor wire stretched across my vision. Grimy faces, eyes wide with terror of the moment. Another flash, a body where a boy had been standing in the last flash. The earth trembling with explosions, the rattle of automatic weapons. The storm raged inside of me while the storm raged outside my apartment windows. In the thunder of the storm, I again heard the screams of men in desperation. Mayday, mayday, mayday. We have incoming. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Ammo, ammo here. And finally the last. Medic, medic. Ammo, medic. For 15 minutes, the storm outside poured down its fury, the wind-blown rainwater sheeting off the windows in torrents and splashing on the sills below. And for those 15 minutes, I stared blindly into my past. It hadn't happened every time, but when it did, the paralyzing dread of it rendered me weak and vulnerable. It was just 15 minutes of wrong place, wrong time in my past. 15 minutes. It's said that such a short time in a man's life, only a moment, only takes a moment to change the course of someone's life. Just 15 minutes, but an eternity of sensory overload. Desert storm, Afghanistan, the wind whipping the sand in a frenzy of static electricity, visibility almost zero. Still they came, and we fought back. 173rd Airborne Brigade lost at least one man for every 1/2 hour, day after endless day. The sky was filled with static discharge, flashing lightning and crashing thunder in tinder-dry air. The thunder roared down on us from on high, and when it did, it brought mortars and rockets and death. We couldn't find our ammo in the murk. We couldn't find each other in the wind-whipped landscape. And most of all, we couldn't find the dead as they were buried in the blinding sand.